Hey everybody, it's Chad from Stick's Blog. I'm Stick. Today I want to do a quick little video and talk about my new ZPacks Arc Blast Backpack. Since I've got it, I've had a number of people. I posted a picture on Facebook saying, ooh, look what I got. And since then I've had a lot going on. I haven't had time to actually do any kind of video, kind of looking at it and showing it off a little bit. And there's been a number of people that has asked me for one of those. Also, I want to say again, I am in my front yard, so there's traffic going up and down. There'll probably be sirens and stuff, big trucks, so it's probably going to be loud. I apologize for that. So anyway, I got this pack. It's been probably at least 2 weeks. Well, maybe not at least 2 weeks. It's been possibly as many as 2 weeks ago since I've got the pack. I'm not real sure. But anyway, just go ahead and show it off. This is the ZPacks Arc Blast. This is the 60-liter model. They have, I think, maybe a 45, a 52, and a 60. I could be completely wrong on that. Regardless, this is the biggest model. The reason I went ahead and decided to get the biggest model is because I'm actually planning on replacing my ULA circuit with this. To be honest, it's rare that I carry my ULA circuit just because it's so big. The big times that I would carry it, or I do carry it, is if I'm carrying extra gear because my wife or my son goes backpacking with me. So I wanted to have a backpack that had enough volume to fit as much as I needed to in case I needed it. So that's why I opted to go for the 60-liter. I do want to say that there's, between the three different sizes, there's a ½ ounce difference according to the ZPacks website page. The smallest starts at 16. The medium is 16.5, and the 60-liter, which is what I have, is 17, which is listed. I'm going to be completely honest, I haven't even had time to set this thing on the scale, so I can't tell you what it's going to weigh. There are only two things that I added extra to the pack. There's one thing that I asked not to put on the pack, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But first impressions, I want to say that I love this pack. I have loaded it up. One night I did take the time to load it up with something that I would typically carry in it, and it was really nice. I do want to say, well, before I get to that, like I said, it was really nice. I could definitely tell the difference with the way this this frame, the way the mesh sits on my back. It was actually quite comfortable. I will say that before I started getting into ultralight gear and stuff, I really wanted to get one of the Osprey Exos 58 packs, just because I love the idea of the mesh on the back. I thought it would be comfortable, it would be cool. Not cool as in, oh man, that's cool, but cool as in, you know, I would get a draft behind my back. But I never did get around to it, just simply because once I started getting into ultralight stuff, that pack was just really more weight than what I wanted. And I've been very happy with my ZPacks backpacks. This actually makes backpack number 5 from ZPacks. And I've been very happy with all of them. I want to say that this one, I decided to go for the, I can't remember what, if they call it military green or what, but anyway, I decided to go for the green color pack. And I did make one request on that, and I want to go ahead and say that this isn't something that they typically do. I had to ask really nice and cross my fingers for it. But what I asked them for is to make the entire pack out of green. And you may be looking at it saying, well, what are you talking about? There's black on it. The pockets are black. The hip belt's black. It's actually gray on the inside. The shoulder straps are black on the outside, gray on the inside. Other than that, though, the entire pack is green. Now, what I mean is, typically on the Arc Blast backpacks, they'll make this back panel gray, and then the rest of the pack will be what other color you choose. If you decide you want an all gray pack, they can do that because they typically use gray on the back panel. Now, from what I understand, this has something to do with the size of the rolls that they get, and they create less waste with the gray material, so that's why they choose to do it this way. So I'm telling you, this was, like I said, I really crossed my fingers, and I'm not going to say that they're going to do it again. But anyway, so it's all green, which I want to say a big thanks to the guys at ZPacks for doing that for me. I'm sorry if you had to waste the material, but I got to say, again, I'm a very happy customer. I love it. So anyway, as I pointed out, the shoulder straps and everything is black on gray. Hip belt's black on gray. The hip belt pockets is gray, black. Sorry about that. Other than that, this is a stock backpack. It has all the attachment points that typically comes on the Arc Blast. The one thing I asked them not to put on was a hydration port, and that's just because I'd never, the times that I carried a hydration bladder inside my backpack, I was just so upset with the way it you know, I had to, just filling it up, I just didn't like it, guys. So that's something I said, you know what, don't put a hydration port. That's one more place for water to enter in case I fall in a stream or something like that. Just don't put it. I don't even want that option. If I ever was to use anything like that, a hydration port, I would just simply put it in one of my side pockets and run the tube over like that, so I wouldn't need it. As far as size-wise, I ordered a 50-inch hip belt, which is their biggest hip belt, just because I have a little bit of gut that I need to cut some weight out on. Also, it's not the medium or the regular torso. I'm not sure what they call it. Used to, I think it was +1. But anyway, it's slightly taller torso. And one other thing that I did add, there's, like I said, there was two options I added. One of them was going to be the load lifter straps. And honestly, now, I'm not even sure if I needed to add those. However, I have them there, and it's probably about 0.2, 0.3 ounce difference in weight, so whatever, I'm not worried about it. Another thing I added, you'll see here, this is one of their lumbar pads. You can see this is actually something that straps on. It's just got two straps, one on each side, and you just put it over each strap and it sits in the middle. The reason I got this is because I don't have much of a butt. So what I've always found is that I really have to cinch up tight on my hip belts if I ever want weight to be carried on my hips rather than on my shoulders. And that actually kind of hurts my gut, because I have a gut. If I could just kind of move that weight from my gut to my back, at least some of it, that would be okay with me. Anyway, that's not what this is about. But anyway, so I was thinking that maybe this would be a little bit more cushion, a little bit more back there to kind of help hold this up. I know John Abella talks about he actually uses 2 of these lumbar pads, and depending on how I like it, I may actually order another one and add it to it. I'm wanting to say that this lumbar pad adds something like 0.7 ounces or something. So I'm going to say at the most 0.7 and 0.3 for the load lifters, and then it's listed as 17 ounces. Just to give you an idea, I'm going to say this backpack's going to weigh about 18 ounces. Somewhere around there. Now, one other thing that I did is, I don't know, some of you may remember, I have a video on my do-it-yourself water bottle holders, and I did add a piece of cord up at the top, and I added a shock cord here so that I can carry my water bottle like that. Something else new that I am trying out is the ZPacks shoulder bottle, water bottle holder. I'm not sure exactly what they listed it as, but I actually ordered this. I actually ordered it separate from the backpack. I ordered it after I ordered the backpack. But they shipped it with the backpack. But I'm going to give that a try. To be completely honest, though, I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying anything bad as far as function or anything like that. It's just, I think that my method works for me. So why do I need to change it? To be completely honest, I was actually playing with it and kind of wondering about keeping my camera in there. And after I started doing that, I started thinking, well, you know, if that kind of folded over and had a buckle, kind of like their hip belt pockets, that would make it a lot more waterproof than this cinch top, and that might work out really well for my camera. But, like I said, that's something I'm working with. Here comes a loud car. I'm going to be quiet for a second. So anyway, that's something else that's extra, and I can't tell you. I'm going to say that might be around 0.7 ounces too, or something. I can't remember off the top of my head. One other thing I've done is I've went ahead and taken my hip belt pockets that I bought a while back from ZPacks, and I've attached them to this backpack because I am going to give them a try again. Some of you may have watched my post-hike gear talk from the Olympic National Park, and to be honest, I didn't have a whole lot of love for these. They're nice, but just for my need and the way they fit on the hip belt pockets, they were so far around the side of my waist, I didn't feel like they were working for me. But I'm going to give them one more shot. I want to say that the other night when I loaded this up, I found that on this backpack, it seems like the the hip belt, the padded part of the hip belt, actually comes around the front of my waist a little bit more than what it does on my original Blast 30. And because of that, that seems like it makes the hip belt pockets come a little bit closer to the front of my body rather than on the side of my body. And if that's the case, and if I can get to them and access them, I think I'm going to like them a whole lot more. But that's just something I'm going to have to find out. But anyway, so the cool part about this backpack is that it has this back frame. And that is why I was so interested in it. Basically, it uses flat pieces of carbon fiber, poles, rods. Actually, those aren't good descriptions because it's just a flat piece. But anyway, there's two that runs horizontal, and then there's two, vertical, and then there's two, one across the center and one across the top that run vertical or horizontal. And that just kind of keeps it spaced out and kind of helps, you know, with the weight and everything. As far as I understand, and there's not one that runs horizontal at the bottom of the pack. But anyway, the way this thing works is you can kind of bend that rod, and when you do, basically there's some little line locks up here with some cord. And once you bend those, I found that you can do it with one person. I have to kind of put it on my hip and kind of pull on it like this, and then I can adjust it. And I know you can't see that real well in the video. You're just going to have to take my word for it. But anyway, what they've done is they've taken this mesh and they've run a piece of cord through it. And it's got a loop on it. And then there's on the top and the bottom, there's line locks. So you can pull that, make that arc, that carbon fiber rod kind of arc out. And once you do, you kind of pull down on this, and that'll actually hold it in place. And you can see there's actually a space between there. And that's what I'm really excited about. As you can see, it is a pretty big pack. I just have like my sleeping bag. I have a couple of quilts and some down jackets and stuff like that in here. Just kind of filling it up so that you can get an idea. The top of this is only rolled down twice and then it's snapped together. So you can see it is a very big pack. And when I was packing my stuff in it the other night, it really did. It swallowed everything I threw in there, no problem at all. I was like, wow, that's a big pack. Other than that, though, you know, I've got the typical front mesh pocket, which I'm a huge fan of. It's got two side pockets. The entire pack is made out of the hybrid Cuban fiber material. But anyway, it's got two side pockets. It's got the top strap, which I may end up removing. It's got two side compression cords. You adjust it with a cord lock. The cord is zigzag back there. So you got that on each side. It's got some bottom loops so that you can put a sleeping pad or something down there. That's probably something else I'll get rid of because I don't ever use that. Other than that, of course, it's got a haul loop. Other than that, that's just about it, I think. I do want to say what I like about this is that it's fully taped on the inside. All the seams are fully taped. So it's a pretty water resistant pack. I'm not going to claim it's 100% waterproof, but considering it's got a roll top and all the seams are taped, it is going to be a very water resistant pack. Saying that, I'm going to stick to using my Light Trail Nylon Barrier pack liners. They only weigh an ounce, which is some of the lightest pack liners I found. They're very strong and they're big enough to fill up this pack. And they're also quite inexpensive over on the Light Trail side. I think you can get a couple of them for about $5 or $6, somewhere around there. But anyway, guys, this is the ZPacks Arc Blast Backpack. Like I said, I haven't had time to use it. I've hardly had time to even play with it a whole lot. But anyway, that's it. Like I said, this is a first look, so I can't tell you how it's going to work for me. All I can say is that I've got a couple of buddies that use them, and they swear by them. I mean, they love them. And I probably owe it to them because I finally got one, because they've just been giving me a hard time about it. But I'm very happy with the color, green here. It is a kind of a military green, but I want to say that depending on the lighting that you have it in, it seems to kind of change colors just a little bit. Like here in the shade, it's got that dark green, but if I put it out in the sun, it kind of maybe has a little bit of an olive color green or something like that. I don't know. It's a very interesting color. I really like it. Really excited with it. So anyway, I want to say thanks to the guys at ZPacks again for hooking me up with the awesome pack. Just so you know, I did pay full price for this pack, though. There was nothing in this that was kind of a, you know, whatever. I'm not making this video. I don't have to. Honestly, I'm making this video right now because there's been so many people asking me to make this video since I posted it. But I'm super excited to have it. I think I'm going to use it on a hike coming up at the end of this month. And maybe after that I'll have some more to say about it. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. If you have any comments, questions, just post them below. And that's another thing, YouTube has made this integration with Google+, and I absolutely hate the comments now, the way that you have to reply to them, because I can't even figure out how to reply to some of them. So if I don't get back and reply to your comments, I'm sorry. You're more than welcome to go to my blog and post it there, and I have total control there. I'll reply to it there. I just don't like the whole Google+ and YouTube comment integration thing that's going on, and I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. I'll talk to you later. See ya.